What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come at you guys. Well, with another market watch today. Guys, it's pretty wild. Today is the release day of Lightning Overdrive, and yet we just added more decks to the tier 1 slot in the game. Don't get me wrong, the meta was always evolving, and it constantly is going to be evolving. But with the release of Lightning Overdrive, we're going to be seeing a lot more decks make that tier 1 slot. The question is, what is the deck you're playing? Let me know in the comments down below, what deck do you feel the most confident with in this meta? Do you think it's going to be Drytrons? Could it be Amazement? Could it be Tri-Brigade, Trap Trick, Ignisters? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I really want to know. Listen, there's a lot of things happening with Lightning Overdrive as far as its release. I don't know if this is going to be ideally the blockbuster set, but I feel like this set will have crazy future value, and I'll go over it in this video. Looking at right at the gate, Divine of the Herald, this card used to be roughly around $90. It's went back down to roughly around $81 a copy. Divine of the Herald is a phenomenal card, but I feel like everybody that's playing Drytrons is running too quickly, too fast to buy this card at its current high price point. Ultimately, Divine of the Heralds will be going down in value. I said this before and I'll say it again. Even though it's a tier 1 meta deck, not everyone's going to be buying straight up Drytrons. We'll talk about that in a second because their prices are getting inflated. Looking at Divine of the Herald, and even though it's a phenomenal card, it is going down. Same thing with Drytron Mubane of Fafnir. Another phenomenal card, but it's going down in value. Why is that? Simple. Even though people want Fafnir and Diviner, those who want it are going to get it, and after that, no one's going to want it anymore. It's going to be night and day, and the value's going to go down until we possibly see, well, Drytrons become more of a meta deck. They have to earn that value. People have to top multiple times and really wreck it out there in the Yu-Gi-Oh meta in order for Drytrons to uphold their price point. Can they do it? I don't know. We'll see. Looking at Amazements, the price points are insanely dirt cheap. I'll tell you right now, I'm buying this core. I don't care. It's amazing. I love it. I'm buying the core. It's done. Looking at other cards, though, besides the Amazement core, which I think is a great core, by the way, Book of Lunar Eclipse and Dark Honest are probably the most underrated cards in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, think about it. Hold on one second. Book of Lunar Eclipse played in Shadolls. That's pretty good. Dark Honest played in anything is amazing. Regular Honest is a great card. Don't get me wrong. But Dark Honest on a Border Sword? I don't know. Something about Dark Honest for $14 rubs me the wrong way. Maybe I'm just being that weird guy, but these two cards are the most cheapest cards in this set as far as the secret rare, but at the same time, they are one of the best cards in this set. Nobody's looking at it right now because everyone's hyper-focused. Think about it. If you're playing Drytrons, you want your Divine of the Herald and Mubane of Fafnir. There's people who want the Core of Amazements. There's people who want to get the Trap Trick stuff and give it another whirl. There's those who get a new Live Tune card. Maybe they want that. There's Ignister cards in here. Maybe that's the way. Warrock stuff. There is so much stuff to take your eyes away from the fact that Book of Lunar Eclipse and Dark Honest are just there right in your face. If you're not getting a playset of these, you're insane. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to buy these yet. The price is going to go down even more. Why spend $14 today when you could spend $7 in a couple of days or a week? It makes no sense. Wait 1 second and we'll figure it out together. I do think Book of Lunar Eclipse and Dark Honest are highly undervalued cards, and as time goes on, people are going to want to get them at their new hype prices. Keep eyeing these cards. Look at the rest of the cards. I do think that Lightning Overdrive is going to be on yet another one of these sets in which the ultra rares do have value. We've seen this already in the past, and I think moving forward we're going to see it again. And we don't know about the deck core Amazements in this set, its debut release. We have zero idea if it's good or not. I don't think it's good, but then again, it's so cheap, why not pick it up? So, looking at Drytrons, we can see Meteor's Drytron, the collector's rares, with a $70 current market price, is roughly around $85, $91. By the way, after that one's gone, $91, from the verifiable seller, it hits roughly around $100 a copy from Meteor's Drytron. This card ideally is a 2-up in Drytrons. If you're looking to be picking up Drytron Nova, well, no big deal. It's roughly around $33, matching its current market price of $33. It's pretty insane. Looking at other cards, like maybe you're going to consider picking up a Draconids, Draconids, the collector's rare, with a $42 market price. The value of this card is roughly around $50 a copy. You just need one, but it's $50. And then, once again, if you want regular Meteor's Drytron, the Ultra Rare with almost a $10 market price, the value is roughly around $10 for an Ultra Rare. You're going to need 2 of these, once again. Looking at Tri-Brigade, obviously, they get one Link Monster as a super rare. So for any Tri-Brigade player out there, there's no incentivization to be spending a ton of money when you just need to pick up one card in the new set. That's it. Their support comes in the form of a super rare, and they just need one, and then they're good to go and ready to play. Looking at the current deck core of Tri-Brigades, it's already rising because it needs to compensate. Once again, if a deck becomes tier 1 and it's nothing expensive and the new support isn't valuable, the deck will make itself valuable. That's how it always works. Sometimes it works like that as well with rogue decks. Looking at Tri-Brigade Sheriff's the Ominous Omen with a $24 market price, the value is roughly around $25 to $26. The price point is going to hit 30 minimal, no doubt in my mind. Looking at Tri-Brigade Fractal, another card with a $29 market price. The value of this card is roughly around $32 for a Fractal. You're going to need 3, by the way. And then if you need Firejet, no big deal. The card with a $7 market price is still roughly around $7. You just need 1, unless you're going to get the Starlight Rare, which originally had a $254 market price for the Starlight Firejet, but now it's jumped up to $333. As weird as it sounds, this is actually going down. This card was roughly around, I believe, at 1.400, and it's actually cooling off. So keep an eye on Firejet. You only need 1, so there's more incentivization. For those that own multiple copies, you just need 1. You can sell the rest, and you'll be good to go. Why hold it? Okay, then we have Ignisters, and this has been the unsung hero of the new support. Think about it. Ignister at Chi-Chi right now, at the initial assault with a $10 market price, is roughly around $25. $25. Then if you're looking to get the Picari, no big deal. That card with $10 market price, actually, okay, this guy over here, ready? It's a 7. Watch this. Yeah, no, you can't buy it. Okay. That's what I figured. This card realistically is roughly around $10 to $11 for an Chi-Chi. If you look to get Ignister AI land, their field spell, I think you need 2 at least. This card with a $21 market price is roughly around $25 to $28 a copy. Once again, Ignisters. Nobody's looking at them. Everyone should be. This is going to be the new breakout deck coming out of Lightning Overdrive. No doubt about it. Then we had Trap Tricks. I'm not a big fan of Trap Tricks. I gotta say, every time Trap Tricks gets some support, it does nothing. Trap Tricks have only been relevant out of, like, man, remember the old hat format? Does anyone remember the hat format? Where, like, that was the only time Trap Trick was actually a deck. It was, like, hand artifact Trap Trick. That was, wow, how many years ago was that? 6, 7, I think? Maybe more. About 6 or 7 years ago was the last time Trap Tricks actually saw meta play. Even though they just recently got, well, not too long ago, Trap Trick Sarah out of Battle Legends Heroes Revenge. That's roughly around $25. It did nothing. They got Trap Tricks Alomaris, a Starlight Rare, with a $270 price point. It does nothing. And now they're getting new Trap Tricks cards. And could that make a meta? I don't know. But looking at other cards that are kind of undervalued for Trap Tricks, well, Raphicilia is roughly around $50. The Ultimate version at OTS 1 Pack 13, and you can get it for roughly around 47. Well, this guy has 0% 70 sales, and it goes back up to $50 to $51. Listen, I think Trap Tricks are really cool to get if you're okay with not having a deck that does anything meta-wise. I don't know if Trap Tricks can ever be meta again. I hope they are, and I'm proven wrong. I would love to see more Tier 1 meta decks, or even Tier 1.5, Tier 2. Can Trap Tricks do it? I don't think they can, but we'll see. Then we looking at we have Ancient Guardians. Ancient Guardians is that set that we kind of just forgot about because we already went to another set, and this set kind of got pushed to the wayside, and that's where you need to keep an eye on. Once again, Collector's Rares traded at Ancient Guardians with an $85 market price. Right now is hovering at 85s. This card is the card you're going to want to pick up. Note that on mine, that is going to be a money card. Look at Dynamaster Pringatops. It's still a lot of money. This card with a $128 market price is currently at $122. The problem is it stabilized? That's the bet we're taking. If it's not stabilized, the price point will continue to go down. If it is stabilized, the price point will go up, and that creates a whole slew of problems. Then we have all this stuff, so Sofa Cords, we have the reptiles. There's a lot of stuff in Ancient Guardians that, once again, a lot of people forgot about, but it's still here, it's still good. And that's the question. Can Ancient Guardian deck cores, like Sofa Cord, your Satic, or the reptiles, or go Ogdoadic, can any of them be meta-worthy with the release of Lightning Overdrive? Let me know in the comment section down below. Blazing Vortex realistically didn't have that many money cards front end. It does have a lot of good deck cores like Warrock, Armed Dragon, and S-Force, but we don't know if that new support in Lightning Overdrive is going to support Warrocks and S-Force. We have zero idea. We just know they're getting a ton of support for Warrock, and S-Force is getting some pretty good cards. They need more, I feel like, but once again, we have to see what happens. Looking at Prosperity, as a lot of decks are really caring about the turn 1, this card's still maintaining a $100 price point. As time goes on, we have to see what's going to happen with Prosperity. Can all the meta decks realistically need this card? Or is it a card that won't be needed? Because if it is not needed, we will see the price start going down again. My opinion, I do think Tri-Brigade might be able to use Prosperity, but it depends what you care more about. Desires or Prosperity, and we have to see what the meta decks bring out. If we see meta decks coming out with Prosperity in it, then obviously Prosperity's price point will be justified and may even increase with only 46 price listings. If we see more decks from Tri-Brigade that use Desires, well, there goes that with Prosperity. Not to mention the other deck cores out there in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That are using currently Prosperity. They have to continue doing good with Prosperity. The second we see top decks without Prosperity, this card starts going down the market. You gotta keep an eye on this card. Forbidden Droplet out of Rise of Duels looks like it's going down, but it's not. Currently has a $101 market price, and yeah, I mean, there's one over here for 94. Then there's one over here for 94. It's in German, and then there's 95s, and that's basically the price point. It went down like $5, but that's really nothing in the eyes of Forbidden Droplet. $5 difference to anybody who's looking to buy droplets means nothing because the card's still roughly around $95. Now we know Forbidden Droplet is going to be getting an Ultimate Rare printing in a new OTS pack. We know this for a fact. We know that majority of Yu-Gi-Oh players that have secret rares like myself are more than likely going to want to buy the Ultimate Rare version of Forbidden Droplet. Once again, makes perfect sense. So, with that said, will it go down even more so? I predict it'll go down very temporarily before it goes back up. Don't get me wrong. I think with Ultimate Rare Prosperity, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to opt to get the Ultimate Rare version as opposed to the Secret Rare version. With that said, Prosperity Secret Rares will still be worth a lot of money because the Ultimate Rares are not a cakewalk to pull. They're going to be hard to pull, and anyone who pulls them more likely is going to want to keep them, which is going to make the price higher for those who decide to list them on the market. Also, Droplet's a phenomenal card in this meta. Think about it. You're playing against a lot of decks that want to put a lot of buys on board to make it so you can play Yu-Gi-Oh correctly. Forbidden Droplet's phenomenal. It's good against Drytron, it's good against Shadows, it's good against Dragons, good against, well, everything Tier 1. If you can find a Tier 1 deck, Droplet really is good against it. It can be used offensively and defensively, which once again adds more value to the card. It makes the opponent can't stop what you're doing as long as you send the correct material to the graveyard for cost, which is really good. This card ebbs and flows perfectly with not only Burning Abyss, but Tri-Brigade, a deck that's definitely now Tier 1. Forbidden Droplet is definitely a phenomenal card, and moving forward, I guarantee you it will start making its way at least to the side decks, if not the main decks of a lot of decks, once again, including Tri-Brigade. We also have Dark Rule No More. For those who don't want to buy Forbidden Droplet, no problem. You got a common Dark Rule No More, that's $5. If you want to buy the secret version of Dark Rule No More, a little fun fact, this card is now $14, almost there $15. This card is the same price point as Nibiru. Let me double check that 1 second. Hold on a second, because I know Nibiru was like 14. Let me see. Let's see. Do we have it here? Yep. No, Nibiru's out 16. Whatever. This card, Nibiru Forever was like 14, 15. Dark Rule is now 14, 15. This card when it first came out was like 6. Listen, I think Dark Rule No More is a phenomenal card. Now, obviously, if you don't have Forbidden Droplet, you could definitely use Dark Rule No More. Is it as good as Forbidden Droplet? Depending on circumstance, yes. Sometimes no, though. And that's because, once again, Forbidden Droplet can be used offensively and defensively, where Dark Rule No More is when you draw for your turn, you slap it on board, and you try to do things. Obviously, your opponent's going to have another turn, but you will be breaking the board given the right circumstances in your hand. Looking at Planet Patrol, are they going to be good enough? I don't know, but Planet Patrol prices are rising. Looking at a lot of Planet Patrol monsters, they are roughly around $10, despite the fact that extra deck cards are $1, even though they're secret rares out of Initial Assault. I think Planet Patrols are really cool, and I would love to see more Planet Patrol decks in the meta. And I think we will see more Planet Patrol decks in the meta. Not a lot, but definitely more than what we've seen this past meta in general. Then we have Joel and Lockbird. So if you're looking to beat Drytron, you're going to need this card. Now, you can get a common Joel and Lockbird. No big deal. It's $10. I'm sorry. The rare is $10. The common is $8.50. If you want to buy a gold rare, why? Like, what are you doing to yourself? And then we have the Ultra Rare, $15, as well as the Super Rare. And if you want to be a high baller, big roller, Ultimate Rare Joel and Lockbird at an OTS 1 Pack 8 with a $125 market price is not that anymore. Once again, there's the launch pad. I always talk about this. When you have OTS Ultimate Rares, you get a launch pad of roughly around $120. And after that, it spikes, and there's a spike. Right now, Joel and Lockbird's roughly around $190. By the way, after those 3 go away, the price point of the card starts hitting around $200 a copy. You want 3 of them for Joel and Lockbird. Hey, listen, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit's card nobody's really looking at right now. And I think eventually when we do get Cross Designator, if we look at the OCG and we see what they're doing, you're going to want to get your hands on Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. The question is, how many? Do you need 3? Do you not need 3? You can get 3 for now, but I do believe when you see Cross Designator, you still need to play Ogre. In fact, an Ogre is going to be a staple in the future of this game. There's a bunch of variations of Ogre, from Common, from Ultra Rare, from Super Rare, from Alternate Art, to Gold Rare, to another ugly Gold Rare, to Original Print Secret Rare, and of course Ultimate Rare Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This card with a current $132 market price is roughly around $154. Believe it or not, this is discounted. This card will be well over $200 in the near future. Keep an eye on this card, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't buy it, you will regret it. Then we have Artifact Lancia. Once again, another great card against Tri Brigade. This is how you stop these decks. You just slap this card on board, make sure your opponent dedicates to summon, and then you slap it on board so we don't have no gamer shenanigans. And then what happens? Well, your opponent more likely has to pass turn, relying on what little back row they can afford to play if you don't have any way to remove those. Looking at Artifact Lancia, there's a bunch of copies. I mean, you got commons all over the place. You got an Ultra Rare Dual Devastator, it's like $1. You got the Gold Rare, but why would you do that to yourself? And then you have Artifact Lancia Secret Rare with a $9 market price, but the value, well, the value is roughly around $10. This card used to be $5. I mean, I keep making videos in the past. I've always made videos talking about when this card was like roughly around $4 to $5 to buy this card. It's $10. It's not slowing down anytime soon, being the fact that it's in Bowser Legends Heroes Revenge. So, obviously, you know me, you know my favorite deck, Shadows. Shadows is the best deck of all time. I'm dead serious. Even though we got 0 support in a new meta, no big deal. We just allow other decks to attempt to try to get us. It's not going to happen. Those Shadows are also going to be getting Despias out soon, and Despias is going to make things really unfair. You want to talk about Final Form? Bro, you just learned KO Ken, and Despias is Shadows Goku Ultra Instinct. Like, you're not even on the same level. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not hyping it up, even though I kind of am. Whatever. Show's best deck. Everyone else is a joke at the best day of their life. Listen, looking at Ultimate Rare and Construct, though, it is rising in value. This card at Dual Alliance with a $95 market price is roughly around, for first edition, $130. Let you play it Unlimiteds, go for $95. You only need 2, to be honest with you. I don't think you need 3 Shadow Constructs. But then again, I own 3. I don't care about that. But I think you do only need 2. Now, I do think Shadows are obviously going to still be around. A lot of players are saying to hit Shadows, hit him here, do this, do that, do that. It's not going to matter. The deck's still insane. Invoke's still insane. Pure Trap Dogs, still insane. And I do think Shadows will evolve as every deck evolves into the new meta with the release of cards coming out of Lightning Overdrive. Why did Konami do this? Why did Konami make Firewall Dragon Ultimate Rare? Konami? That's a dumb move. Firewall Dragon recently got a Ghost Rare, as well as, well, look at it. I mean, it has Original Print Secret at $12. You got the tin roughly around $9 to $10. You got the Ghost Rare, which went down even lower because of the release of an Ultimate Rare Firewall Dragon, $197. Get out of here. The Ghost Rare is roughly around $185. And you might go, wait a minute, V, that's not a lot of money, Paisano. You're right, it's not a lot of money. But it's going to go lower with the release of Ultimate Rare Firewall Dragon coming out of the new OTS set. Konami really blundered at that one. I don't think they really thought this one out through. And to be honest with you, here's the question. What's more better? Ultimate Rare, Firewall Dragon, or Ghost Rare? Ghost Rare is going to have more value. No doubt about it at all, whatsoever. But what is Ultimate Rare is still, like, pretty valuable. And we have to see the future of both these cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Hey! It's V. And you guys also have a great day.